Hey, hey, hey! We're gonna look at the BoxyCharm for the month of May, and let's dig in. So this is what it looks like. This is their card, and they list the stuff that you get in the box and how much. I love it. How to work with it. I love it. And I know that there is a makeupgeek, here it is. I know there's a makeupgeek blush in here because I saw it on the spoiler. So I don't know what color I got, but I brought my brush and I left off my blush when I got ready a few minutes ago so that I could put it on for you. Alright, so it comes in this little box. And then, ooh. So I think these are their new, like, little compacts for blush. They did just formalize their blushes and add a bunch more to their collection. So I don't know if this is one of the new shades or not, but this is an XOXO. And it seems like a very good, like, color for most skin tones. We'll see. I still have this thing on my hand. So why don't you use the other hand, Mandy? Okay. Oh wow, that's super pigmented. It does look a little powdery. Maybe that's just how I kind of like put it on my hand, but it's very pigmented. That's the thing, I'm learning, like, blushes used to be really, really difficult for me to put on because I felt like a lot of them weren't pigmented. And of course, this is like my CoverGirl L'Oreal days back in like high school and college. Like before I even used like Mary Kay and stuff, and even I felt like Mary Kay, some stuff was kind of pigmented and some wasn't. But I feel like a lot of blushes now have gotten so much better that like you've got to be careful when you put any blush I've tried recently. Like I have to be really careful, I'm going to go overboard on it. Anyway, I love this little compact. I wonder if I can take this pan out and replace it with another blush that I have from them. We'll find that out later. Let me go put it on. Okay, I put it on. I did notice that, yes, it's very pigmented, and so I forgot to do one of those to my brush, and so I pretty much just stamped it right on my face, and I had to really work hard to blend the spot that I initially put it on. But I did make sure to do one of those little tappy taps over here, and it blended much better. I think it's a pretty color, it looks nice, and yeah, I'm excited to have it. I love MakeupGeek. Now it says, that's the first one on the top of the card, so it says it's $15, and I don't know if that would be the compact and the blush it's $15, and if they will sell the blushes like still single pans like they did, and maybe those will be a little bit cheaper, I don't know, but it's still a great blush. It went on fine. I like MakeupGeek a lot. They're cruelty free. I like Marlena. She used to be a music teacher, I believe. She used to be some kind of teacher. I think it was a music teacher, and I just think she has a really good heart and stuff, so I'm excited. Love MakeupGeek. This is why you should get BoxyCharm now, like BoxyCharm and MakeupGeek. What more could you ask? Next on the list, oh, there's 6 items in the box this month. That's exciting. Next on the list is the Ella Milla nail polish, and it says it's 5 free. I'll show you what that means right there because I can't say half those words and sound like an educated person. It's also vegan and cruelty free. Love it. It says animal cruelty free. Does that mean they're torturing somebody? All right. It's a cute little elephant on the box, and this is in the color pistache, and ugh. It looks like it's going to be very sheer, but I think like pastels were a really big color, especially like at the beginning of the spring, and I haven't seen them as much lately, but I'm just not into nail polish and not into pastels, especially. I'm just not into nail polish, let's get real. But that's really nice to include this because it is cruelty free. So that was $10.50, which is a really, really reasonable price for a nail polish, I think. And it says it's quick drying and chip resistant, and they're certified by PETA. I'm not a huge PETA fan. I do think some of the stuff they do is great, but I don't trust them. They actually kill a lot of animals. If you really look into it, you'll learn about that. Anywho, apply 1 to 2 even layers on nails, allowing each coat to dry. Finish with a gloss or matte top. Again, $2.50. The next is the clear brow gel by the Brow Gal, and this is $20. And it says that you can go swimming at the beach or do hot yoga without worrying that your brows will come unhinged. Now I'll let you know if they're cruelty free somewhere around here, and because I'm not exactly sure. I don't wear brow gels very often. I was for a little bit, but then I found a hairstylist that will trim my eyebrows because there aren't very many of them there, but they sometimes get long, so occasionally they get out of place, but I don't have untamed eyebrows very often. If I did, it would probably be an exciting thing to have happen. Ugh, I can't open this package, and I'm probably just going to give it away so I don't want to destroy it. Here it goes. So after all that, it's in a little plastic coating, but Anyway, this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like a mascara tube. I do like, I don't know why, but I like the script, the text, just how it's written. But that's $20. Next is a Starlooks Luxe lip liner. And Starlooks is a cruelty-free brand. This is in color Charmed. So let's take a little look-see at this. I have a couple, I think I have a lip gloss from Starlooks, and I have a couple of eyeliners that I don't use very much anymore, and I maybe just need to get back to that. So it's like a retractable. I don't know what's going on there. It looks like it got smashed into something a little bit. Ooh, the color is pretty, but I don't know if you see that it like kind of flaked off or came off a little bit. And the reason I don't like stuff like this is because I feel like they're really, really soft liners. They're nice and they're comfortable and they go on well and everything, but I feel like you use a lot really quickly, and I don't like that because I feel like seriously, like I could probably use this if this is like the other ones, and I don't know exactly how full this is, but I feel like if I use this every day for a month, it would be gone probably quicker than that. But it's a pretty color. We'll see. Next is a brand that you know I love because I love their mascara especially. This is the Pure Cosmetics Dual-Ended Eyeliner, and it has two types of eyeliner, like a liquid eyeliner and then a pencil or something, I think. So, the Starlooks eyeliner, or the Starlooks lip liner that I just showed you was $19.50. This dual-edge duo-ended eyeliner is $21. Now I'll just read the description for this. It says, Pure's 2-in-1 dual-ended eyeliner is a multitasking must-have tool. Use the mineral pencil for smudge-proof everyday definition or to create a sultry, smoky eye. Use the liquid liner to create a bold intensity and the perfect cat eye. So this is a pretty color, and this is the retractable crayon portion. Here is the, oh my gosh. They are two totally different colors, two different like shades of blue, but I really, really like it. This is the felt like liquid liner, and this is the pencil crayon, and that color, oh geez, love it. And this is just like almost a navy. It pretty much matches my shirt, if you can kind of see that. So I'm excited to try this. I don't think I'll use the navy very often, but I do sometimes get in the mood and like navy in my waterline because I do think that makes my eyes pop, although I don't really like blue against my eyes. And last but not least, maybe least because it's perfume, this is the Catherine Maladrino. This is the Catherine Maladrino perfume, and this retails for, this is a travel size I'm sure, but it retails for $20, and I can't remember, but I feel like I found out after the last time I got this in a box a couple months ago that they are cruelty-free. I'll have to check into that because I don't memorize perfumes very much because I don't really like perfume. Like, I like the body spray, so I think this is the one that there was one a couple months ago, maybe it's March, that smelled kind of like cotton candy, and I'd already given it to a friend, so I was bummed out because it was cruelty-free. Because I was just like, perfume, it's not, and I couldn't find it easily, so whatever. Anywho, this is supposed to smell like floral, like jasmine, rose, and violets with a little bit of vanilla. So I wouldn't like it anyway because I like fruity and sweet smells, and not sweet. Like cotton candy would be like the only kind of like baking smell I would like. I think that was a pretty good box. I'm not like super in love with it or in hate with it, but I'm really excited about the makeupgeek blush. I really like the Starlooks pencil, even though it's not gonna probably last that long. But I mean, again, it was what, $19.50. This box is $21 if you pay per month. I think it's like $19 if you buy a whole year. So I got my money's worth. And then I'm excited about the Pure Cosmetics pencil. Nothing else really excites me, but they provided 6 items in the box, so 50%, and it all equals well over to the $21 that I spent. I'll take it. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I got last month and review it and tell you kind of what I thought about it. Okay? First is the Pure Lisse Lip Comfort Daily Lip Nourisher, and I really wish this were a bigger tube. I really like this. It's $16, and this is supposed to be full size. I use this a lot now. My Jouer one is pretty much gone, and this I wouldn't say is as moisturizing as the Jouer one. However, I feel like I can use this a lot more. What I do is I put this on right before I go to bed, and it's nice because the Jouer one stayed very creamy and, I don't know, just liquidy for a really long period of time. Like, I could wake up 4 or 5 hours later and I'd still feel that it was on, and then there's dog hair stuck to me because my dogs like sleep with me and they shed like crazy. So dog hair just kind of be stuck, and I just didn't like waking up and having all that stuff. So that's one thing I like better about this is it's a thinner liquid. It's definitely not like a gel kind of feeling, kind of like The Jouer one was kind of like what you would think of as like maybe a petroleum like jelly kind of feel. So this is a little bit more liquidy, and after about a half hour to 45 minutes, it's gone. It's not, you can still feel that your lips aren't dry and they're a little bit more nourished, but you're not going to see it anymore. And what I like to do is I use this once before bed. I normally use it about 3 times a day. I use it once before bed. I oftentimes come home from work and use it, and then I use it as soon as I do my face care. I put it on, and then by the time I put my lipstick on, about 30 minutes later when I'm doing my makeup, it acts as a great base, especially for liquid lipsticks. I think it just really helps like put them on and to where they're not going to look as dry. So I like this. It is something that I actually might consider, even though it's $1 million for this little tube. I would probably consider it getting again. It really is nice on my lips, and it's something that I can easily use, so why not, right? Next is the Blinc Cosmetics primer. This is the eyelash primer, and this was $26, also meaning $1 million. And I do like this. I think it works very well. I'm going to show you that I'm wearing it today. It's black too, so I feel like you could just leave it on as is and wear it as a mascara. I don't know why you would want to just do that, because it's $26. Do I think that it's worth the $26? Maybe. I'll tell you kind of like the pros and cons, but I wouldn't probably ever buy it again unless maybe I got a little bit better at using it. It is a little bit more difficult to use because it has a very flat wand, and the wand has a lot of product on it. There's a lot of good product in here, but it's very, and I don't want to say like runny liquidy, but it's just very liquidy, like compared to mascara. So I have a hard time with not it ending up sliding down, and this is just when I'm using it. It dries quickly, but sometimes I have a habit of really doing a close run at my eye with mascaras. So like I end up with sometimes, most of the time, getting my waterline with my mascara, and I think that I just kind of did that on my own because I want volume. I have long eyelashes, but I just need more of them, and so I think that that's how I've just gotten into the habit of using my mascara, so that I'm kind of tight lining as I go. But it is a problem. I wish like I could get out of the habit, but it's very hard, and then if I try to get out of the habit, then I have like clear huge gaps. So anyway, that might be me, but I do find that it will slip, so even if I've tried to use it way up, it still kind of slides down and runs into my waterline, and then you get those big black eye booger gunks and stuff. So I don't really love that. I'm sure most people will probably be able to use it normally and not have a problem, but I also have the trouble, and I didn't try to get rid of this today because I wanted to show you, and I do this with mascara sometimes, with this especially, where I get it right above my lash line, and so then it looks like I just messed up eyeliner or something like that. But it does have a lot of product. I've used it probably 5 or 6 times. I am getting better a little bit each time I use it. It does make my lashes a little bit longer, but it makes them thicker. So I really like that. It does make them a little more spidery, but I think that if you were somebody who does your mascara very quickly, you wouldn't have that issue. I take a long time to do my eyelashes because I do like to make sure those gaps are filled in. I don't like when they stick together and stuff. So if you're somebody who gets it done, wham bam, thank you ma'am, this will be good for you. So let's look at my eyelashes. So if you can see here, here's one of those ones that I would like to separate. It drives me crazy. But do you see how long they are? Like this one's touching my eyebrow, which I normally get them almost that long anyway, but there's a lot of volume to them. But this is what I'm talking about. So I don't know if you can see right here how right here is very dark. Well, what happened was I put this on, it slid down a little bit, and then it got in the waterline, and now it's transferring. And then right here, and I don't know, I do this with mascara all the time, so not just this primer, but if you see right here, I end up getting it on there, but barely getting it on the eyelashes. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I really like it. I didn't use it on my bottom, and then the mascara that I put on top of it is the Better Than Sex mascara, not the waterproof, just the regular, the OG. I just think that's kind of expensive, but if you are, especially if you're going to be quick at putting it on and you have like some major events, I think it might be worth it. Again, I'm going to keep trying and playing with it. Maybe I should just really try to do my mascara really quick and see what happens, but I always make plans to do stuff that way and then it doesn't happen. After that is this Anderson Lily Manhattan Beach Butter Hand Cream. I didn't end up using this, although, you know, it would be nice and luxurious. It's $24 and I think somebody will appreciate it way more than me. And so it also has a safety seal and stuff on it, so I just want to make sure that somebody else gets it who will use it. This is the Your Minerals eyeshadow. This is $21, and if you remember, I tried it on my hand last month and I thought that it looked kind of like more purpley than brown. So this is Brown Hypnotic, and I gotta say I don't love it. It is a powder, and I don't really love powders, but even spraying this with water, it still kind of goes everywhere and drives me crazy. And I feel like it when you go to blend it out. So I put it over here today, and then when I go to blend it out, you'll see this light gray color above it. That's what it turned into. Like it lost all its sparkle and shine and lost a lot of its color. And so then I just end up having to pat it on and leave it there. And so you can't blend it. And with my oily skin, it ends up kind of blending together within an hour anyway. So it doesn't look like there's any like harsh lines or anything. And I don't really mind a harsh line like right here. I just don't want harsh lines up here. But that's my preference. But I do feel like even on my hand it looks a little different. It has its phases. So this is what it looks like. And I don't know if you can see, it's real pretty sparkles and just really pretty. And it looks more purple. It's called Brown Hypnotic again. When I put it on my eye the first time before I like blended it out, it looked very much like it was a like plummy brown, and it had like gold sparkles and stuff. And these look like they have like rose gold sparkles, and when I put it on my eye it looked like yellow gold, so that was interesting. Then like I said, I blended it out and it got this gray color, and then so I put more on and packed it in just in the outer corner, and it ended up blending to more of a like purple color, like not plum anymore, almost like a blue purple, and it lost a lot of the individual glitters. Like it just looks like a sheen or a shine now. So let's look at it. I think it's pretty. It just probably took me 5 minutes to work with it, whereas normally stuff that I would use right here would take me like 2 or 3. So that was just a little bit time consuming for me. Plus it gets all over. So we'll look right here. And again, it's right here is where I put it. It's this darker color. And then also where the gray, and it looks like it might have even changed. I've only had my makeup on like maybe an hour now, if that. And it looks like it's even changed more and lost a lot more of its sparkle since, you know, I just last looked. Anyway, this gray up here is what it blended into, which it blended nicely, but I didn't want it to blend into nothing. And that's pretty much what it did. But so that's what it looks like. And I think it looks pretty and everything. I'm not a fan of the loose powders, and I couldn't find a way to work with it a little bit better. And so I don't love it. I do really like the setting powder that I have from them though. But I don't like this. Sorry. And last but not least is the Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick. This is $19.90. I still could not figure out the dilemma of if this is full size or not. A lot of people said yes, they've changed their packaging and all that stuff, but then also I've seen like the Manny MUA ones that are coming out, and they look full size, and they look like they even have like a black cap instead of this silver one, but I could be wrong about that. Again, I don't know. This is just speculation. And either way, I love this product. I love their long-lasting liquid lipsticks. $19.50 is a lot of money, but the great thing about Ofra is, besides that they're cruelty-free, is that you can almost always find a 20 or 30% off. Like you just search it online and you can find it. A lot of the bigger YouTubers have their own 30% off code that you can use. So I mean, even though it might be a little bit less product, it is a product that I love to use. And since I've talked to their customer service twice, they were very, very nice. And it's a good product, cruelty-free. I'm not going to get my panties in a bunch. Sometimes I do, but I'm not going to today. So let's look. I have it on my lips. This is in the shade Pasadena. Okay, I don't want to talk while you're up close to my mouth. You might see like the spit strands or something really gross. Anywho, I really like this color. It is a very like typical usual color. I have similar colors to this in my collection. However, this is very similar to a lot of colors I have, but it is a cooler toned. So I thought that was kind of cool. So it is very different in that aspect. So it's not exactly the same, but the tone is a little bit on the cooler side. I really like it. It's comfortable to wear. I feel like it lasts for a long time, and when it starts to fade, it fades nicely. So that was my box last month, and then you saw my box for this month earlier. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you want, use my referral link. I would appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your BoxyCharm if you're getting it. If you were thinking about getting pet, please check your local rescues and animal shelters. You could be saving a life. Bye!